We are back at SEMA 2024. I'm with Mike over at the TMI booth.
Ernesto, dude, how are you, man?
Good, good.
Got some really cool stuff, man, that I really want to kind of show you. You know, walk over here a little bit.
All right, let's see.
So what we've got, we've just ventured into a whole brand new category for us. Basically, side-by-side off-road stuff. We're doing seats, as you can see, brand new seat applications and whatnot. We go to market a little bit different than some of the typical guys. If you take a look and see, we actually have a base where we use webbing on the bottom of it. Webbing basically provides you suspension in the bottom of the seat, kind of like the old helicopter seats.
Okay.
Gives you a little bit of movement in the seat over rough terrain and whatnot. On top of that, we have a 2-inch foam, molded foam pad, not just a regular padding, but a molded foam that we use for the actual seat base. Everything else pretty much typical. Back of it, same type of thing with the straps and everything in the back. Gives you that suspension feeling. So, new market for us, starting with Polaris. We're going to be getting into doing Maverick, all the other applications as well very soon. So,
okay, let me ask you this. So this is the bottom.
Yep.
Right? This is the back?
This is actually the seat that goes on the bottom.
Okay.
So what this is we make this so you can actually take this off. You can actually get to it, clean underneath it, whatever, sand, dust, dirt, be able to put it back on, and you're good to go.
Okay, so this is the molded foam padding that you said, right?
Molded foam pad is inside of here. It's pretty much completely sealed. Not complete, but pretty close. So instead of being exposed on the bottom like a lot of the others, you don't get all the dust and the dirt and the water and debris and everything in there. What you do get inside of here, you're able to kind of clear.
Okay, so then this checkered pattern, this is like the suspension that you said?
Basically, yeah, what it is, it's nylon straps. And what they are is you can actually adjust them on the side to loosen that up a little bit, or you can run the tension out a little bit more. And the whole idea is that it gives you a little bit of give in the seat base. So as you're going across the desert, 90 miles an hour, this thing will absorb some of that shock. We've actually done some testing out in the California desert here and stuff, and put GoPros under the seat, and you can actually see that movement. So it's actually kind of cool. It's not something that anybody else is doing out there in the market. Kind of hope it's going to make a big impact. So
okay, pretty cool. Do you have any kind of system for this on the back side, or is the back just a standard?
The back has the same type of thing. It basically has straps that go up to the back, and then you've got a series of like 3-4 straps across here as well.
Okay.
So you've got that same type of thing. Now the back of it doesn't give you the same kind of impact because you don't have that weight pushing down.
Sure.
But you still have a little bit of suspension in the back of the seat as well as the foam. So the same concept all the way around. So besides that, obviously getting into the razer program and into the side-by-sides, as you can see with this here.
Okay, yeah, I noticed normally you guys just have cars in your seat. You guys are mainly a seat manufacturer for vehicles.
Yep.
And you normally have I think you had a C10 last time, and then you had like a Camaro, I believe, last year.
So last year we had a first-gen Camaro 69, all carbon fiber body. This year we're going to the OBS, which we'll take a look at here in a minute.
Sure.
But looking back here at the side-by-side, we're basically doing bumpers, front and rear. We have provisions for lighting in the front and everything else. This whole thing is basically to kind of protect all those vital compartments, to where rock and debris and stuff like that. Same thing with the rock sliders. The rock sliders basically help protect from all the rocks and debris and everything on the side. To add to that, a brand new item that we are just in the process of doing R&D development on is brand new doors. The idea behind this is to get a door panel that actually extends up a little bit, helps keep some of the debris out from coming over the top. Most of the door panels on these usually have openings down here at the bottom. These are going to be fully enclosed, basically with rubber stripping and whatnot on the inside of it. Be able to keep a lot of the dirt, debris, water out from inside the actual compartment.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys focus a lot on the comfort aspect of seats or interior in general. So this is pretty much on. For me, initially when you told me this earlier, I thought that it was a little bit out there. Like, why are you doing side-by-side stuff? But as I'm diving more into what your future plans are for the company, it starts to make sense. You're just trying to make everything more comfortable.
Well, and this is kind of the first generation. These are basically door panel skins on the outside, and they bolt to the stock frame. The next generation will be complete frames with outer panels, inner panels. Inner panels will be similar to the automotive side. That will be padded, have storage. And basically what we're really looking to do is just kind of take that style game up a little bit more in the side-by-side market. So many of these things are being sold to families. Families are out there enjoying them. We're looking to make it a little bit safer, a little bit more pleasurable to actually enjoy out in the middle of the desert and stuff. So yeah, comfort's a big deal for us.
Usually people will like outsource their sliders or bumpers to a third-party company. Is that what you guys are doing?
No, and I can show you the stacks of prototypes, dude. You know what? We actually make these in-house. And I know it's a little bit outside of our box per se, but very similar to all of our seat frames. We manufacture all the seat frames out of tubing and whatnot. It's just kind of the next generation. So we have tooling, we have the facilities, we have the ability to do it. And frankly, that's kind of why we got into it. You know, we're all kind of gearheads and whatnot. Some of us are off-road, some of us are not, but we all enjoy that type of thing. So we're always looking for opportunities to take what we do, add it to that new market. So you know what? We'll kind of take a look at some of the new stuff. So real quick, what you are going to be looking at here when we talked about some of the new cars, we're going back and looking at some of the Gbody stuff. Okay. Gbody stuff basically is an era that 80s cars, 90s cars. When you look at this with the Monte Carlo SS, a lot of Monte Carlos, a lot of Oldsmobiles, a huge number of those cars were made. We've never really done much with them. So all brand new interior components, new seats, new dash panels, new door panels, headliner, carpet, consoles, the whole 9 yards, you know. Besides this, we introduced in the middle of last year our new 3rd gen Camaro line. Same type of thing. These cars are now starting to come of age. You know, the guys that used to have these cars in high school, they're now at a point to where, guess what, dude? Their kids are now grown and off to college and stuff. They're pulling these things out of mothballs and starting to do them again. The thing was with these cars is that GM never really spent a whole lot of time with some of the details. Some of these cars are now getting to where pieces are cracked and worn out and stuff. So what we're doing, we want to update them. We want to give them a new look. We want to make that a really cool car again. So that, between the Camaro, Gbody stuff, you look over here, OBS Truck stuff. OBS Trucks are now the next big thing after the C10s and the square bodies. C10s and square bodies have been popular for a while. OBS now starting to make some big headway with it. So we're doing stuff all the way up to 1998 to where we wind up doing basically door panels, we do dash panels, we do all the carpet, consoles, everything across the board. So all OBS, these are all for 1998 trucks right now. Really? So you look at this, it's all molded fiberglass. Basically, it will come with everything you see here with the exception of this piece here. This is the OE piece, but if it came with speakers, it comes with new speaker grills, all incorporated into it. If it's basically manual windows, we have provisions here to be able to pop that out of the back. It's built into all of this. We also do it now as well with the one over here to the right. This gets into basically some of the extended cab and crew cab trucks. These are all now so you can take a 4-door truck, some of the newer stuff, make it the same all the way inside. Is this a dash cover for the OBS? This is a dash cover for the OBS, and if you're familiar with OBS trucks, dude, they take a beating. They suck. They're starting to crack and everything now. Starting to crack? They came cracked from the factory. Yeah, I know. So it seems. The thing that's cool about this is that even if you're not very technically savvy with this type of thing, if you look, basically it is a molded fiberglass. Yeah. And all you really do with this is you slide it over the existing dash, set it down, covers everything over the top of it. So you don't have to pull the dash apart. You don't have to get into all the mechanics of crawling up underneath it like some of the other applications. And it looks great, man. Yeah, they really are cool. You know, we've done some of them here recently and stuff, and you know, for some, you know, some of the bigger name builds and everything else, and they've come back and went, wow, dude, that was easy. Wish everything was that easy, you know. What are the plans for extending that out to the 2nd gen Dodge Ram? So the Dodge stuff we've been looking at, you know, and I'll be honest, we've done a little bit of stuff when you look at some of the older Dodge and whatnot. There is some stuff, and I would tell you that I would love to see 2nd gen Dodge Ram because I have one. Oh, really? Guess what? The dash sucks. Yeah. Surprise, you know, surprise, right? Like it sits there and it rattles and it's coming apart, and I would love nothing more. I have 4 of them. Yeah, we've talked about it, and it's, you know, it's just one of those things we haven't gotten to yet. Okay. You know, it's on the order. Same thing with so many other things. Maybe by next year. We never know. Maybe. I hope so. I donated my truck. I said, here, let's make it happen. And then one of the other things that is kind of a cool thing that we did this year is that, as you well know, we basically came out with our cruiser line here not too long ago, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago now. And the whole idea behind the cruiser line was that something that was a little bit more of a price point easier to get into from that side of things. The idea being is that what we want to do is be able to provide the same foam, same basically seat base and everything else, and all the framework and everything else, but be able to do it at a price that maybe made a little bit more sense for somebody without getting into a full custom interior. So what we did is before is we had basically brown and black as the two different color options.
Right.
We now have basically red, tan, and gray. And each one of those you can do with different stitch options.
Oh, no kidding.
So same thing. You look at that one there, that's basically the classic design. This one comes available with either a red stitch, black stitch, or a white stitch. This one here is in the tan. Same thing to where you can get either a white stitch or a tan stitch. And then this one on the gray. This one here is basically the low back style, so you can tell it's got a little bit more aggressive on the actual bolstering than what this one does. So either of these two styles we have now added, as well as the bench seats. So at this stage of the game, dude, you can get into a bench, you can get into a bucket, you can do whatever. If what you're looking for is a nice, comfortable seat, you don't have to spend a ton of money to be able to get there. So.
Do you guys actually make the gray one with the red stitching?
Not yet. What that does, unfortunately, is it puts you into our Pro Form or Pro
Series.
Series.
The custom stuff.
So that gets you a little bit more custom. The idea being with this is that it's basically just kind of a regular off-the-shelf type of thing. So it's a little bit more of a price point.
Okay.
So, and then last thing, I'll show you real quick, is we have our new SoCal Seats.
Okay.
SoCal Seats are basically the type of seat that is, this is a SoCal, I call a SoCal Classic.
Okay.
And then a SoCal Low Back. Two different variations.
Oh, really?
That is the only way they come, is one of those two. That's the only color they come in. Use a little bit different type of, materials for this, but use piping along the seats instead of stitching.
Okay.
Available either with or without a headrest. So these type of seats are something that, dude, if you've got an old Jeep that you want to go, tooling through the, the boonies with or something like that.
Yeah, they're really narrow.
These seats work really well. So the thing is cool, again, molded foam, all brand new frame, brand new seat, at a price point that it's like, dude, even I can afford it,
Right? Is this based off of this, or are these cousins?
They're very similar, yeah. They're kind of like, cousins, so to speak. It's like basically like on the low back style. Again, we wanted a little bit more aggressive bolstering.
Right.
And then this one here, more of a classic style. Very similar, but again, something to where it's like, you got price points all over the place.
Right.
Our deal has always really been about nice custom, you can build all these really cool things and all these color combinations and patterns. But at the same time, there's also the guy that's like, dude, my seat's worn out. I just want something that's nice and comfortable and feels good. I don't care what it looks like. Dude, I got something for you.
Right.
So
I'm gonna categorize the one on the left as like the base model seat.
Yep.
And the one on the right is like an SS.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, we can do it pretty much anything you need, across the gamut. Dude, we got so many different patterns. We got so many different styles that, as you can see here, this is just, the beginning of it and stuff. And,
oh, you guys make center consoles too, huh?
Yep. Center consoles, this one here in particular, there's a lot of the truck industry guys, or a lot of the truck guys will wind up doing this, to where basically between two buckets to where what we call a buddy seat.
Right.
Buddy seat basically is one to where you could actually have a third person in the middle of that. But at the same time, it folds down and wind up with an armrest, cup holder, and everything else.
Yeah.
So, and then it's like, if we look around over here, speaking of like cup holders, armrests, stuff like that, you can kind of see some of the new stuff here. This seat happens to be fairly recent. Basically, it is a solid back seat. This one kind of mimics a lot of the stuff that came stock on a lot of the trucks. The difference here is that you get a little bit of bolstering on the sides and whatnot, but it's all brand new foam. You don't have springs poking you in the butt and stuff anymore. So nice, comfortable seat. It comes with an integrated deal to where you can add a cup holder like that.
Oh, really?
So basically all it does is that if you don't need it, you just pop it out.
It's almost like a headrest.
That's it. I refer to it as a carpool buddy.
Your car. Tell the CHP that.
That's it. Yeah. I'm not sure that's going to work. So that's how that one works. This one here, we started kind of looking at some of it. This is our typical split back seat. What we're doing with this guy now is that we're actually offering it to where you can actually have cup holders in it now.
Okay.
It also can go this direction. To where you can go with a bolt-on type bracket on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And use this type of thing. Previously, the only option we had was this, which although it's still a good option, is one of those things to where it straps onto it.
Right.
It gives you that basically that cup holder, that storage compartment, and basically an armrest. That's it right this second. We have more stuff coming up, but I can't go into that right now.
Oh, some top secret stuff, huh? You're gonna have to tell me after I turn the camera off.
Yeah. Once you shut the camera off, dude, we'll talk. You know.
All right.
I'll let you in on the inside scoop. You know.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Mike. Good to see you. Good to see you.
All right. Thanks.
I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. We have one more day left, so
that's it.
That's it, and then you get to go home and then back to work, back to your office shop.
Yeah. Short time off, man.
Short time off, right? So. All right, Mike. I appreciate it. We'll see you later.
All right, dude. Good seeing you again, man.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.